Yeah, just recapping, basically, we played a lot of games since our last conversation together. We went down to Florida. We played 10 days in Florida. It was definitely a grind down in Florida. We had 1 day off. So played a lot of games. I think we made some good improvements down there. A little bit of inconsistency, a little bit of a roller coaster. It's pretty indicative of what we're doing right now. I went down to the University of Dayton, had a good game. Again, took some losses, learned some lessons. But that's what the first part of this season is about, is learning those lessons and trying to find some consistency and get off the roller coaster. We just got back from Youngstown State early this morning, and we're back at it this afternoon, getting to practice. And that's just the way that we're going to level things off here. That's the way we're going to make our adjustments, is just to work through it. There's not a better way than just to put your head down and get through it and get better each and every day. And that's really where we're at. Like I said, there's been some inconsistencies, there's been some bright spots. We're just hoping to get all of the kinks worked out heading into the MAC season, because quite honestly, it makes no difference if we're undefeated at this point or if we've lost every game at this point. As soon as we start MAC conference, it's a brand new season, and that's what we're playing for. Yeah, we've got a couple games left before we start our MAC conference, and hopefully we're starting on time, with weather provided, of course. But really, we're using these last 2 games to just work out some more kinks. I think we've seen some bright spots. We've seen some of our pitchers going later into games, not having to use our bullpen as much. We've seen some bright spots with our hitting, although let's face it, we're not killing the ball. And that's something that we continue to work on every day, and really just relaxing and being confident in what we can do is really what we need these next 2 games to do for us, is just to show the kids that they have the ability, the hard work that they've put in is paying off. And, you know, we're hitting the ball hard, and I said the other day, we hit the ball hard, and it's right at him a lot of times. So that's progress. So we're getting there. We just have to stay the course. We just got to work through it and get back to work. Like I said, we got back at 1 a.m. and we're going to get back to grinding this afternoon. Yeah, I think the freshmen have been a big contributor. You've got Taylor Wagner sticks out in my mind. Obviously, everybody knows I'm a catcher. I'm pretty hard on our catchers. I expect a lot from our catchers. Behind every good pitcher is a great catcher in my mind. And Taylor has made huge improvements over the course of our fall. I was on her quite a bit this fall, and we've got a good relationship now. She knows what I'm expecting. She's made good adjustments. I think our pitchers have responded well to her. She's coming around at the plate, so really happy with Taylor Wagner's development. But a lot of our freshmen are contributing. Alyssa Huntley just went deep into a game at Youngstown State. I thought she did well. She picked up her first win, I believe, against FIU down in Florida. So she's coming on like we needed her. She had some health problems over the winter break, and she's hopefully getting back to healthy, where we can get a little bit more consistency from her from a pitching staff perspective. Katie Wyman's been consistently in our lineup as well. We need her to continue to get better each and every day, but she's come through at the plate for us. She's served a couple different roles defensively, either at second or at first base, and you know, time will tell really where she's going to fall in our lineup, but she's a kid that we just need to continually improve. Michelle Kriegshauser's been seeing consistent time. I think she's a kid that's going to come along. You know, looking at her numbers, she's not killing it at the plate, but quite frankly, not a lot of us are at this point. So she's doing what she needs to do. She's you know, continually working hard. I think that kid has a lot of potential at the plate, and defensively, not unlike any of our other players. We just need her to be confident. We need her to be going 110% and not scared to screw up. You know, and that's a big part of what we're doing right now, is our team needs to be fearless. They need to be going hard after the wins, as opposed to playing not to lose and playing not to make the mistakes. And that's kind of where we're at right now. That's why we need these last 2 games to really work out those kinks and just be aggressive and just go to battle, be confident in what we're doing. Yeah, definitely. The last couple games, Abby Davidson and Amanda Stanton have really come on strong, and we need them to. Abby Davidson, it was a kid that I wasn't quite sure how she was going to fit into our lineup going into the spring, but she made some significant improvements defensively over the course of our winter together, some significant improvements at the plate, and you know, I think in talking to her, she said the ball looks like a beach ball right now. So that's a really good place to be as a hitter. So again, if she continues to you know, to do good things defensively and obviously give us some looks at the plate, she'll find herself in our lineup consistently. But she and Stanton have been spark plugs. Stanton's a good hitter. She struggled a little bit. I think she struggled a little bit more in terms of she's one of our leaders. And sometimes as a leader, the gravity of being a leader and being the person that your teammates goes to you sometimes takes your focus off of yourself and your performance. And I think that's where Amanda is starting to figure out the balance in being a good leader, but also doing what she needs to do at the plate and defensively. So I feel like she's starting to work through some of those issues, which again is why we play. It's why we do what we do. It's why we grind as hard as we do in this part of our season to work through some of those things. So as we get into our second half of our season, she's figured out that balancing act, and she is a great leader for our team. The kids go to her. She gives everything she has. She's a kid that I want our team going to, and I'm happy to see her making the individual strides that she needed to make. So it's big for our team to have those two coming through right now. Yeah, there has been quite a few lineup changes for us, and I'm okay with that until we find something that works. I think we've been really upfront with the players and saying that we're going to do the best thing for our program, whether that means one person in center field or second base. It really makes no difference. Whatever is good for our team is what we're going to do, and the players have been really good about adjusting. Have we found the exact mix that I'm happy with on a day-to-day basis? We're not there yet, no. We've got a couple games to still work those things out. Clearly, in my mind, I have an idea of who I want in certain spots. But again, with our inconsistency in our defensive play and things like that, we've got to take care of the ball. And we're taking care of the ball on defense. We put our pitchers in a much better position. They don't have to be perfect. They can just be themselves. They can let the ball work and not press. And really, that's what's been happening for us defensively. So whoever gives us the best look defensively, whether that means Lucas in center field or Lucas at second or Katie Wyman at second or Katie Wyman at first, it really makes no difference to me. And the kids have been really good adjusting thus far.